Hello! Automic Automation version 24.4 was just released. It's a release that many people have been waiting for. Why? It's the last minor release, or as some call it, feature release. That means that starting from now until February 2029, the version 24 will only receive bug fixes in the form of service packs, but no new features. Service packs will only be released for version 24.4, so the version 24.3 will no longer receive any. The detailed list of all the new features can be found in the documentation. But before we take a thorough look at the new features, I'd like to give you two important notes about the upgrade. First, version 24.4 does not support the zero downtime upgrade, meaning that a downtime is required. Second, support for Java 11 has been discontinued. From now on, Automic supports only Java 17, so if you're still using Java 11, you'll have to upgrade. Now, let's look at the new features. Generative AI is certainly the highlight of this release. Starting with version 24.0, you had access to the Intelligent Automation Assistant, which could provide answers to various questions about Automic. And furthermore, you could always access the documentation via a chatbot in natural language. With version 24.4, you can also use large language models to analyze reports and scripts. It's even possible to integrate the interaction with LLMs directly into your Automic scripts with the Ask AI script function. All of this is made possible by the new component, Automation AI. Automation AI is a Java program that you can start in a similar way to the Automic processes. Automation AI acts as a middleman between the automation engine and the LLMs. Inside the configuration of Automation AI, you can set up the connection to a model of your choice. Currently, Automation AI supports OpenAI, Google's Gemini, and Ollama. Using Ollama, you are going to be able to connect various on-premise LLMs. In the UC system settings, you need to configure the dedicated host name and port where the Automation AI can run in order for it to be connected and used by the engine. Once the Automation AI is configured, you can use the AI features directly from the AWI. You can ask the AI for help with report analysis, as well as receive tips on how to resolve any of the occurred issues. In the Process tab, you can instruct the LLM to explain the highlighted part of the script. And in case you have further questions, you can ask them directly within the conversation, in any language. With the new Ask AI automation script function, you can use the capabilities of LLMs directly within your scripts. Each execution of the function within the same process window takes place in the same conversation, which means that they share the context window. Actually, some of these AI functions are also available via the REST API. You can use the AI endpoint in order to initiate a conversation with Automation AI. And there is also a separate endpoint for report analysis. Since we're already talking about the REST API, let's take a look at the other related new features. Version 24.4 also introduces some additional functions for managing workflow tasks via the REST API. Now you can change the priority and the status of tasks. You're also going to discover a new endpoint that allows you to perform various actions on a run ID. Here you'll find a complete list of the possible actions. Administrators can look forward to two particular enhancements. You can now query the contents of the configuration variable using a dedicated endpoint. It also allows you to list the user sessions, either per client or within client 0 for the entire system, just like it works in AWI. There have also been several changes within AWI, so let's take a look at the new features there. The first new feature that you'll notice right away is the syntax highlighting inside the reports. Not only are some of the standard log entries highlighted, but object names and run IDs are now also clickable. This means that wherever an object name is mentioned in a report, you can open the object directly or use the context menu, just like in the process assembly, for instance. The tab for external dependencies has also been redesigned in version 24.4. The next changes primarily affect the administrators. The AWI can now also be connected to other versions of the automation engine. This makes the ZDU process a little smoother, since you don't have to update AWI in the middle of the upgrade process. Instead, now you can do this after the upgrade has been completed, for example. There have also been some changes to the AWI plugins. You will notice that the auto install folder, which used to contain all UI plugins, is now empty. All of the plugins can now be found in the core plugin bundles. The Analytics plugin is now also installed there by default. This means that you no longer have to install it manually when installing Analytics or each time you upgrade the AWI. Compatibility has also slightly changed. AWI can now be hosted on Tomcat 10, and it also comes along with Jetty 12. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you need Java 17 since Java 11 is no longer supported. And lastly, let's take a look at a few other changes. 3 new settings are now available in the UC system settings. Delete MQMEM older than days allows you to define a threshold value, after which the MQMEM entries older than the set days will be removed. This keeps the system clean and also removes any orphaned entries, for example after a manual status change of a task. The ForceVara KeyCI setting is handy if you are switching from a non-case sensitive database such as MS SQL to a case-sensitive database like Postgres. It ensures that when reading and writing static Vara objects, case sensitivity is ignored. UC HTTP response header allows you to add additional security headers to REST and JCP responses. Some agents have also been improved. The ZOS agent is now Java-based and supports UTF-8, as well as TLS connections via JCP. And moreover, SMTPS support and ZIIP have also been added. Like the other agents, this agent requires Java 17. There are also some other minor improvements. Starting with this version, SNMP also supports Unix AIX platforms. The SAP Call API now supports SNC for added security. That was the summary of the new features. Which one do you like the most? Perhaps you've already got some ideas as to how to use GenAI features for your daily Automic tasks. Let me know in a comment. Thank you for watching.